What's on the track? Us on the track.
Too many crabs in the barrel, but I'd rather hang around family and battle. It's too much, too many dripping in sauce, and I ain't hating on nobody, they can get lost. It's too much, trying to help a nigga out, the only thing they care about is internet cloud. It's too much, niggas sounding like each other and they all dead wrong, they don't even get along. Too much, you might, 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 too much, too much, you might, too much, too much, you might, too much, you might, too much drip, you might slip, 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 too much.
I've been in this game for years. It made me an animal.
And what I'm trying to explain to you, ladies and gentlemen, is the real world that our children live in. Not the ideal one that we want them to live in. Not this wonderful world that we pray that will come here one day, but the real world that they have to live in. You want to know why they're acting so crazy? You want to know why they're doing the things that they're doing? Because we have not prepared them to live in this real world. We have sent them them through 12 years of school teaching them this dumb stuff that doesn't work, and when they go out and try to apply it and get killed for it, we are not there.
Me an animal. I eat a fake motherfucker like a cannibal. And I don't even understand how he got that far. Cause every time he write a rhyme, it's about his goddamn car. You know the top 10 hottest in the fucking game? Well, 8 of them niggas fucking lame. It's a fucking shame how y'all put them on a pedestal. But I figure you ain't got nothing better to do.
Shame. Shame.
All right. How y'all doing? Shame Sunday. Shout out to y'all for pulling up and popping in for a little reflection. Y'all know how we do. We've been doing it all year. Shame Sunday. 2024 is going to be crazy. So you know how we do here. Shame, we're going to give you a definition. A painful feeling. It's a painful feeling of humiliation or distress caused by the consciousness of wrong or foolish behavior. Okay. And most of us know that in today's modern world, there's such a lack of shame. There is a lack of shame. We are living in a shameless society. And hopefully this year I've brought some type of reflection, some type of view to the type of behaviors that we speak of. And not on my goddamn watch. I'm going to speak on it, especially when it comes to our future, which is our children. We talk about adults and their behavior. Your behavior will be mimicked by your children. And I don't know if you guys are conscious about what's happening here and the lack thereof, because no one is monitoring the media consumption for their children as well as themselves. You guys can't put your fucking phones down. You can't get out the goddamn screens.
Bing bang.
So I try to minimize my time here. It's not that productive, especially when you are raising children and have a family. You have to be present. And the phones need to be shut down to some degree. So we spoke a lot about this year, the education system, the educators looking to quit on you guys because you're not present. And it is your consciousness that is needed to create a better future for our children. And at this point, we're failing them. So we talked about that this year. I'm gonna give y'all some pleasantries because y'all know I get on a rant. When we act like these behaviors don't exist and see adults all day not being able to cooperate or articulate their thoughts clearly, living in feelings and emotions and shit. Our children are watching y'all. Y'all are not showing them good leadership. Harmonizers in the building. Hey, y'all. Welcome. Appreciate you. Appreciate you for what you're doing out here. I'll definitely be catching a view. So you keep on doing what you're doing. 2024 is going to be a good year for consciousness. Wake the hell up. Mr. He said is in the building as usual on the ones and twos. I appreciate you, love. Without him, I wouldn't be here. Pressing them buttons, learning the machines. I find my content, but hubby absolutely shuts it down when it comes to pressing those buttons and keeping me on cue and focused. I appreciate it. Because I don't need no videos. I can sit here and rant and talk all day.
Yes, sir.
Not needing to stutter, speak clearly, my thoughts. Okay? Danique is in the building. I appreciate you. Okay. A wonderful and prosperous new year. Your support throughout the year has been awesome. We absolutely appreciate you. Lady Hale is in the building. Hey, love. I hope all. Okay. Sir Hale, I appreciate you as well. Wishing you great success in the future. Ear Dialogue is in the building. Brother AR is in the building. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for the compliment on the profile picture. The old image. I ain't Blondie no more. Bring back board games. Shout out to the board games. Yes, this house has an abundance of them. Goodness gracious, all kind of card games and Uno games. Played Life and Mouthful. Goodness gracious. Yeah, bring back them board games. Lady Hell, that part, like I love what I do with the kids, but these parents are a mess. Absolutely, they don't like to hear it. Hold on, give me a second. They don't like that pink finger pointed at them. You know, especially people who have been doing it by themselves. You still need to be held accountable. And we know you can't do it all. Absolutely. That's why it takes two. It takes a whole village, okay, to rear these children. It is not easy. And that's something that they all need to understand. But lack of accountability is not helping. Because your children will call you out on your shit. They're pretty damn honest. We teach them to be liars. We teach them to do it well. So shame on y'all. And shame is it's a loss of respect or esteem and dishonor. But there's no honor, huh? Where is the honor? There you go. Has some feedback. A person's actions and or situations that brings a loss of respect and honor. Your behavior, your attitude, the way you move with your family, at work, on the street. People are going to perceive how you are behaving. And some of that shit is shameful. You may not see it because you've been raised to do anything and everything. We've been so desensitized. Everything's okay. It's a go. Grooming the children, early sexual exploitation, kids cussing up the wazoo, lack of respect for parents. Kids don't clean up. They don't have regular chores, no type of structure. The phones are raising them. It used to be the couch parents. You sit your ass on the couch and rear your children. Y'all watch Mr. He Said yesterday, it's a challenge going on TikTok. Huh? Act like me. So the parents are, the mothers are telling the children to act like them, and they're recording, what they perceive their parents to, exhibit a particular type of behavior. And it's fucking shameful, in my opinion.
Shameful shit.
They get dismissed, no attention. A phone is always in the hand. No kindness, no nurture. And they think it's funny. The parent behind the camera think it's funny that their child is mimicking this type of behavior. It should be a reflection of you. Show your children kindness and respect, because they will grow up. They'll disrespect you. They might whoop your ass. Okay? It's getting crazy out here. And neglect. Failure to care for properly. The state or fact of being uncared for. So when phones are raising these children, they're not being cared for. I don't care how much you think you're giving them, how hard you're working, and all of the financial things that you can buy them. That shit ain't enough. You don't see? Have you not reflected on these entertainers and their adult children with the privilege, the entitlement, the disrespect, the lack of remembering when they were fucking children and they got everything they ever wanted, all kinds of opportunities, and they just didn't take it upon themselves to move in that, to find success for themselves? And our poor kids are behaving this way. Children who don't come from affluency. They don't have that privilege. They're deleting their siblings. They're deleting their parents because they can't get something some type of electronic. This is what's been happening. And it's a damn shame.
Shameful shit.
Brandon Boyd is in the building. I appreciate you pulling up and popping in. Okay. Harmonize, I appreciate you sharing my shit. Take heed to the messages in the building. I appreciate your love. Every morning, I need to hear your voice. It really is an awesome platform that you carry, the person that you are, the messages that you bring forth, and they need to start taking heed to the goddamn message, okay? Because we out here and not on our watch. Red Lipstick Vibes is in the building. Hey, sis. Red Lipstick Vibes is an awesome content creator, and if you have not went over to her channel and subscribe, please do it now. Anybody in here, #shame. Your links will be dropped into the chat. Nightbot is on the job. Everybody go check everybody out. It's usually lionesses in my chat. Okay? Most of the women here support the shit that we're speaking of, and you need to take heed to the message. Okay? Because it's very disgraceful on how our image as Black people is being presented in this society still today. And we accept it. And we need to start calling it out. It needs to be a bigger platform to say we are all not the same. We all don't behave this way. If you watched me all year, I spoke about the horrible gutter snipe hoochie whore rap that the females are presenting to our children and themselves, because you got the old hag bitches on stage dancing and twerking and acting the fool with Ben Gay all over their body. Tell grandma to sit the fuck down too. It's a bit much. They doing too much. If you didn't get a chance to do it in your youth, that's on you. That's on you. But any opportunity to get up and twerk and act a damn ignorant ass, it's not okay. It's not okay. And we need to start pointing the finger at it.
Not on my watch. Not on my watch.
Last 10 years it's been, don't say nothing to me. Don't judge me. Don't do this. Don't do that. And then turn around and do it. Everybody's so biblical. And then a fucking hypocrite. It's amazing. But 2023 was all about accountability, right? That's a word, accountability. Accountability was big. You got to look in the mirror and ask yourself, are you on your purpose? Are you doing what you're supposed to be doing? Are you where you want to be? Are you the person you thought to be as an adult? Are you giving to your children time and attention? Reading and writing, because they're not getting it in school. I've been shaming the schools all year. Indoctrination has been happening. We all went through it, so we know it well. What makes you think anything has changed? Be present, be conscious. Brandon Boyd chimed in. Shame has been obliterated in our community. Absolutely. And it comes from home. You have to teach them what's acceptable. You have to teach them the standards and value and honor in the family. That shit comes from home first. So I've been shaming that as well. Home training, anybody? Y'all ain't getting no home training? Manners, kindness, help out, do your part, teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. And for all of us people on this YouTube streets to be acting a fool, fighting and cackling along, I see why the children don't know how to behave. I see why they don't know how to sit the fuck still and show some respect in school. Grown ass adults sit in these boxes and scream at each other, shame each other, judge each other, point fingers. What about the men? What about the men? Sit in your shit and what you do. Somebody's watching. The people who love you most will critique you. You have to accept that they are perceiving you in some kind of way. This is how you're behaving. Nobody wants to hear it. And when I was younger, I didn't like to hear it. My husband had to critique me. I didn't like to hear it. But it needed to be heard. I needed to listen in order for us to grow together. Not saying he didn't have the same, but women, we have a harder time with taking it. Own that shit. Own up to it. Because it's true. When I hear most of you women speak, it's my feelings. I feel this. I feel that. Think something. God damn it. Think. Use some logic. Okay? Read more. Get a dictionary. Learn some fucking words. There's no gray lines. Everybody want to waver. Pick a fucking side. Grow up. These conversations need to be had a lot. 4 kids. The oldest is almost 30. The youngest is 9. They need constant correction, constant redirection, constant influence. And the critique, yeah, they're going to get it. They're going to get it. But they're going to get a lot of praise as well. We have to start praising one another. Because a lot of you guys speak very well. A lot of you guys are good people. But the way you behave on this, it's not showing. You can say whatever the fuck you want. And this is what I tell my daughters when meeting people in this world. Anybody can tell you anything, but they're going to show you who the hell they are. You better believe them. You better decide if you want to be a part of that shit. And I choose to not. Quantum is in the building. Appreciate you pulling up, popping in, sis. Okay. I appreciate you always sharing my shit too. Word. Y'all all appreciate it. I think I may have gained a little over 100 subs this year, and I appreciate every last one of y'all. Genuine. Never on here begging for no money. You know, there's been a purpose for me starting this, and it wasn't a monetization type situation. You know, like we said, we have children. Our legacy is us, the value and the honor that we show and we have within our family, the love and abundance that's shared here. For them to look back 20, 25 years in the future, to see us in our youth, building, loving, spitting knowledge. Because there's no pretend here. What you see here is what they see. Mr. and Mrs. He said, she said, love and abundance, Cerebro Saturday, Shame Sunday. This is us. So they're going to have this to reflect on with their children, with our grandchildren. And I appreciate it. So, and I wish everybody success in their content and their monetizations and, you know, all of that. Good job. A lot of you guys have gained a lot of success this year. You know, kudos to y'all. It's been great. Do something with your content, okay? Do something with it. Be better. Let's be better. Let's show them better than what you have been showing over the last 2 years. The discontent, the disrespect. It's amazing. And here we show a lot of love to our men. Because without them, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be who I am without all of the men supporting me. Not to say I didn't have women, but I'm going to always shed some light on the love that I got from the men. Brandon chimed in exactly. My grandfather taught me to always put something real behind your words. Character is power. That's the real power. So if you simple men to find so much love and money, I wish you the best. I wish you the best. Take heed. I am a hypocrite and I am going to keep being one and dance with the truth. Oh, you was called a hypocrite? Aren't we all? The hell. I was young, dumb, and foolish too. This is why I'm telling you not to go out there and do it. I was a latchkey kid with unconscious parents, unpresent parents for whatever reasons. I don't hold it against them. I can't live in that type of hate and misery. It shines through. Your children see it and feel it. I didn't want them to have that. You know, so moving consciously is very important because we all have things that we grew up with that we didn't like, that wasn't good, that wasn't healthy. So having that blueprint of what not to do is something we teach here. As Mr. He said and I did not have direct teachings. We had to go through this roller coaster on our own. We had to learn each other on our own. No coaching from preachers or pastors or grandparents. Yeah. So when we tell you it's work, it is work. But you have to be conscious of self first in order to be able to accept those constructive criticisms from the one you love. They love you. We want best for each other. So, you know, sometimes you have to listen. And that's hard for women. It's very hard to listen. And I'm pretty brass. I will tell you to shut the fuck up and listen. Stop talking. That's the kind of shit I grew up around. So, yeah.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Touched on a number of things this year, and temperance was one. Temperance, absolutely. Again, showing myself grace and learning that. Temperance is the quality of moderation, self-restraint. The self-restraint part, oh, child, I had to learn. It took a lot, but to choose a leader, a team player who shows such great restraint and control and a willingness to teach me. Not be a vulgar, ignorant, macho, beat down man, none of that. Just a conscious man, a good teacher, great mentor. You know, and women are not used to expressing that type of love for their mate, their husband, their man, the person they chose to father their children. Whether they love you any longer or not, they was great enough to create a seed. And here I show that. And when we sit together, you see it. It's infectious. I'm not ashamed of it. And I've never been. You know, but I've sat with women who tried to shame me for loving my husband as much as I did and honoring him and getting his fucking plate and keeping his children in order when we are in social gatherings. Like, are you kidding me? This is something that's needed. I want to make him proud. So I had to learn to control myself because I grew up with nothing but boys, latchkey kid, in the hood, ready to fight at any moment, especially to protect myself or someone who was being bullied. So learning that temperance was something I needed. And I appreciate my husband. 26 years tomorrow, guys. 26 years with this man has been an amazing, amazing ride. Good and bad. And I chose him. I got on my knee and proposed to him. I seeked out him. Let me show y'all something real quick. The prize. My husband was the prize for me. I'll say it proud. Clip that shit. He made me better. I always say that the men are the prize. They are the catch. And I believe that. Again, I have brothers. Some ain't shit. Some didn't deserve a woman or children. And I appreciate that they were not able to create any children with the legacy that they were creating, being on the street and continuing to be on the street. So everybody has a path to take, even growing up in the same litter. It's a conscious choice. But they were the catch. We pick. Lou. Shout out to Lou. Box in the building. Appreciate you pulling up and popping in. He said, I was married to a tourist terrorist. Ooh. Who learned from my failures? Woo, child, them Taurus. Woo,
Damn, son.
them Tauruses is yeah, no joke. The world class is in the building. Appreciate you popping in. Lou said, I asked mine to marry me on first date. Okay. Lou, are you a man or a woman? Man, well, what did she say? I proposed to my husband after 7 months, maybe. Probably like 7 months. I took the cigar ring off of the cigar and got on my knee and everything and asked him to marry me. Yeah. He was like, no, I'm not ready for that. Child was the humbling experience of my life. You know? He said, I need to see some more. What you got to offer first? Let me do that. Like, he ain't say all that, but he was pretty that simple and it was clear, and you know, that was the end of that. So I didn't want to get married tomorrow, but I understand. But I continued to love him. You know, he wasn't no meanie or nothing, you know, but I wanted him to know that that's how I feel. I'm here for the long haul, whether we get married now, we get married in 10 years, or we don't ever get married. I'm willing to play this game of life with you. So here we are. He was a good man before I met him. I'm just saying. I'm a Scorpio. Ooh, Scorpio and Taurus. Yeah. You know, some of the astrology stuff may be beneficial. You know, have a look at your sign and see if some of those characteristics fit with who you are and some of the weaknesses fit with who you are. It might show you a little reflection of the things that you may need to work on. You know, some of the stuff, check it out. And it does have tools to help you find a match that may work for you. So as far as astrological signs, because that wasn't one. All chocolate men. She said, fool, get up. You don't know me. I mean, sometimes you know, and I don't think the universe puts us in places for accidents. So like you said, you learned from that one, and hopefully the next one will be successful and, you know, for the long haul. Quantum chimed in. She said, I feel you, sis. When we know, we know. Yep. But sometimes the feelings can override the logic. And that's when you need to be more conscious. Okay, my feelings was all in it, but my logic was more conscious, paying attention to how he moved, how people received him when we were around. That was the biggest key for me. The respect in every neighborhood, you know, playing basketball games and watching how, you know, the teams, how he played as a team player, you know, with all these different teams. You know, Brooklyn tournaments was no joke. So the aggression, the macho, like all of it, you know, so paying attention to all those things was absolutely something I felt would be beneficial to me. I thought would be beneficial to me, you know, so got to pay attention to how they move. Lou chimed in. He said, and asked in front of a group of her female friends and family. Ooh, man, Scorpios are, y'all are assertive, to say the least. Like, you want what you want. I have to pull back a little bit. Made so much sense. We were married 8 months later. Okay. All right. You know, it happens in different ways. They say women know first. I don't know if that's true, but I think it's fair. For me, I've always said it's true, sis, for the simple fact that, you know, my attraction, my infatuation for him has to be very strong, right? In order for me to not want to peek around, because, you know, I'll try to debunk that illusion that men are the only cheaters. You women are whores, okay? Why do you motherfuckers cheat? Y'all just more discreet. And how many men want to be seen? How many men that are cheating with the cheating ass woman want to be seen? They don't want to mess that up. So they're not trying to call when they ain't supposed to. They're not popping up, you know, unless they some thirsty, crazy.
Bing bang.
But women have much more access to cheating. So stop with the, you know, it's a bit much. Lou said, should have known something wrong when she chose a ski resort for a honeymoon and actually wanted to ski. Wait. Okay, not supposed to want to ski? I want to go ski? Driving and listening. Please drive safe to this. Mine did. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's easy. It's easy. I don't think women have to do too much, right? Men have to court, men have to, you know, persuade and buy stuff. And especially if they know you got a wife or something at home, you might have to do a little more, you know, to get that. But a woman, not as much, you know. Somebody you got in the friend zone can simply say, hey, you know, you want to meet up? Boop, bam. How many men gonna say no? Especially if he want to hit it. Like, come on, stop, please. Front, maybe sitting up here lying. Y'all ain't angels. Stop it.
Bing bang.
But I was just gonna reflect on the year, you know, give the shout outs to my fellow lionesses for, you know, speaking up all year and, you know, talking about the things. What did he say? Put it back up. I missed that one. Look, younger co-worker at the end, she bought me skinny jeans and them pantyhose. No, not laying you on the bed and pulling them pants off. Stop. No skinny jeans for the men, you know. Even the fat men be wearing skinny jeans. Stop it. Goodness gracious. Shit ain't cute. It ain't attractive, in my opinion. The hell, I got a husband already. I don't care what I think. So yeah, we definitely talked a lot about protect the children. I stand on this in real life. Okay. I got a petition on change.org. Promote conscious parenting and responsible media consumption for the children, because they are seeing too much. These little kids got TikToks. The parents are all influencing them to do it and, you know, be in their videos. And this is like a constant thing. A lack of reading, fundamentals of writing, like this basic shit. A lot of TikToks of young adults who cannot read an analog clock, who cannot multiply. These are your children. Okay? These are your children. Do you know that your child can't read? You know they're being passed? You know their teacher's name? Can they call you when they need to? Be more present. Y'all all went through school. It's bullying. It's all the same. If you saw Grease growing up, yeah, school is still the same. You have your cliques, your crews, just like on YouTube. The cool kids, the football jocks, the, you know, the golf kids. All that shit still exists because we have different communities of different type of people coming into one institution to learn one way, which is not the right way. We went through it. Taught us to be really ignorant and so much lies. So educate the girls and boys about their anatomy, as well as their reproductive system and fertility early. It's so many child appropriate, cute videos on YouTube that you can pull up and sit and watch. It's like a miracle. It's miraculous magic to them, knowing that their bodies are capable of doing these things. So when I think girls have so much more insight to the possibilities of what their body is capable of doing, and they're aware of their nipples and their breasts and their vagina, their clitoris, testicles, penis, like these words should be common to your children because this is the anatomy of their body, boys and girls alike. They learn shame by the lack of information that you give them, especially about their body. Ladies, women, I cannot keep meeting grown women and hear that they're still uncomfortable with having these conversations about their vaginas. But we allow any and everybody to pump in and out of it. That don't make no goddamn sense. Let's change that, ladies.
Not on my watch. Not on my watch.
I am seeing the outcome of, I'm seeing the benefits of all of that information early. We have 28, 23, and 18, and Maddie's 9. To see them be so conscious and aware of their bodies and hold off on a lot of stuff that us young girls be rushing to jump into because they know what the possibilities are, especially one time with a condom. It's risky. And I think if they are fully aware of how their body works, they're going to be more diligent in making more responsible decisions on what to do with it. I was definitely teased. Father named me Llewellyn. Oh, we all got some teasing. Everybody went through it. Everybody went through it. Don't think for 1 second. Every person went through some type of shaming, bullying, growing up, whether it was in the family, out the family, in school, in church, on the street. Oh yeah, harmonized. They don't care. As long as they don't have to do anything, they cool.
Bing bang.
And I'm seeing that. Women are very lazy. You mothers are lazy. Stop it. Stop being so lazy. Okay? Because a part of being a mother is being a good leader. Being a good leader. Okay? You teach them. You teach them. You teach them to assist you and help you. Prep things. Clean up. Organize. Be respectful. Look to help. Humble themselves. Be grateful. It's a lot of things. But it has to be mimicked. Women are not doing that. You bitches is selfish as hell. This shit is crazy. Mothers against the over-sexualization of children. And we got to be on this because it's mothers doing it. Mothers, you push your children out there for money in any way, shape, or form. Look at Kim Kardashian. They are ballers, but her mother instituted that whole sex fucking tape. That's where we are. So it's okay. Nobody's shamed for it. A mother can do whatever she wants. Even the system won't take her goddamn kids. She got to be damn near a drug addict for her kids to be taken. So gentlemen, I always promote that to them. Your goddamn kids, okay? There's a minimal amount of states that favor mothers. All you need is your proof. If you are the better parent, you will get your motherfucking kids, okay? Because just because a woman can give birth, that should not put you on a pedestal to think that you are better. Because without that man's seed, it's the lack of logic for me. Okay? Such a lack. Not your possession. 50 when it comes to that. Oh, absolutely. It's amazing. Grown women that don't know how to wash it properly. Episode 6, vaginal care, health, cleanliness, and the reproductive system. Did a whole show. Knowledge is absolutely power. Absolutely. And the more we give them, the more they'll have to navigate through this horrible ass society. The world is awesome. You humans fuck it up. We mess it all up. And our kids are growing up to not know how to survive. God forbid all of this goes away. The pleasantries, the entitlement of electricity and running water. And, they need to know. They need to know how to survive. God forbid something happens. And where we're going in this society, best prepare them. They so fat they can't climb a fence, a tree, or ride a bike. I absolutely got on parents about the way you feed your goddamn kids. Y'all are killing them. Y'all killing them. They having all these goddamn ailments and body issues because of the food that they are allowed to eat. Your kitchen is your medicine cabinet. Change your behavior and it'll change theirs.
Somebody told me this, and I know this to be true. Your kitchen is supposed to be your hospital for your family. What kind of hospital your mama gave you? Little babies eating McDonald's fries all week.
I like that. That's a cold saying right there.
It's the truth. Your kitchen is supposed to be the hospital for your family. Your family is strong and healthy because of your kitchen. How many bitches can say that? Who you know that makes sure they take care of their family? I'm not saying there's none who don't.
Right.
But I'm saying most situations in America, your family is raised off garbage. Your kitchen is full of Little Debbie's and motherfucking.
A lot of kitchens is for decoration. Them just don't even go in now.
Ain't lying. Lived in the Adirondack Mountains for 8 years. Professional cleaner, cleaned many homes. You know how many homes these people did not use their kitchen? They didn't use their kitchen. I mean, like had stuff on it, a TV on top of the kitchen, on top of the stove. This is an obese society. So we absolutely spoke about health and caring more about self. And with that, you're going to mind the things you put in your fucking mouth. Okay? Hey, Mona D. Hope all is well. Caught you yesterday. It was an awesome thing. Yes, yes. Definitely appreciate the lionesses out on the watch. We be pulling up. We here.
Not on my watch. Not on my watch.
Shout out to all the lionesses. Please hashtag shame in the chat so Nightbot can drop your links in there so we can all support each other. Any new people, please hit those links and subscribe to my peoples. Check them out. Some great content creators. Yeah, educators are exhausted. They're stressed out with what your children are learning from you. I stress this. I've been stressing this for 25 years plus. Nieces and nephews, kids I babysitted from the time I was 9 years old. Education is very important. And if you wait to send your children to school, kindergarten, they should know how to read. You have enough time to give them in order to make that happen. Because it's very hard for teachers and educators to educate a group of children the same way, the same time. We have to think logically, people. 15, 20 kids in one class. They're all different souls. They're little individuals, and they're grouping them together to make them learn the same shit at the same time. And if not, they're judged for it. They're graded for it. So by you implementing being conscious at home, picking up books, reading, nightly reading habits, daily checking work when they come home, those things are important. Phonics very early. You know, these phones and things are not going to do it all. I hear a lot of people say, oh, my kids are smart. My kids is this, you know, he's such a genius and blah, 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 but he can't sit fucking still in school. You need to prepare them. And that means they need to know what they're gonna, you know, deal with when they're going to school, right? How the day is gonna flow. Because you have kids, you take them off to daycare, send them to the pre-K class, they're having fits and falling out, like they're scared. That is very traumatizing for them. Arminage time, they said, this is the fact. That is a fact. Mama cooked every day but Friday and Saturday, and we were never sick. We was major illnesses if they were. Yeah. I say it to my husband a lot, like we was outside latchkey, dirty little kids, like picked up a lot of antibodies from, you know, probably picking up a lot of germs, right? So I rarely get sick. They can all be sick in here and it'll take me for a day pretty much. And my body comes back, but you know, I got my own issues. I ain't perfect. I'm just saying. Yes. Before the pandemic, oh my goodness, the one that's 18 now, this one had strep throat 2-3 times a year. It was always something going on. Everybody was always having, every month, I think I was taking them to the doctor because they had some type of boogies and shit from you germy ass people. Yeah, because, you know, people are inconsiderate and they send their sick kids to school for other children to get sick. But since the pandemic, nobody has been sick. I haven't had any of that. So 3 years, Cypher did the in-home school, so virtual school. Yeah, yep, homeschooling with Maddie, no sicknesses. And that's a plus. And that's something as well I've always taught them, you know, people in pieces, man. This is how you get sick, touching things. Not going outside because your hair is wet, okay? Just the dumb shit our elders, you know, tried to feed to us. Like, no. Brandon chimed in. He said, I'm not a parent, but for those that are, do you see a trend of parents trying to be their child's friend and not be the actual parent? Absolutely. My mother was my friend. Yeah, this is why I speak so animately the way I do. She was 17 years old, raising 3 kids, but she was married. She was married to my father. You know, wasn't a great marriage, but they were married. So yeah, absolutely my friend. We grew up together. You know, fast forward us as adults now, the relationship is awesome. We reflect on a lot of the foolishness that was, you know, just pushed away like it wasn't shamed. You know, so we definitely move better in this with our children because of that. You know, it's the blueprint of what not to do, you know? So I appreciate growing up in that because I probably wouldn't be who I am. I probably wouldn't be as conscious, you know, because I know sneaky little ass kids, when they ain't in eye shot, when you can't hear them, they doing something they ain't supposed to be doing. It's too quiet in there. Take heed. No, even when you drug in the 80s, they ain't give a damn. Yeah. You know, I had a lot of friends whose parents was either alcoholics or crackheads and stuff. And, you know, the kids was not being taken away. You know, they still tried to be good parents, you know, but now some pot, you know, just want to be out and play all the time. You know, mama got to have a life too, that kind of mentality. Playing outside was key. Yes, they don't get outside. They don't get outside. And if they do come out, because where we are, they get outside, but they don't know how to play with each other. They don't know how to cooperate and get games in order. They may start and try to attempt to, but it's going to end in a fight. They always fussing. They don't know how to speak positivity into one another. And I wonder where they learning it from. Y'all asses, you don't speak kindly to your children. And if it don't apply, let it fly. But a lot of you motherfuckers be screaming and carrying on and cussing your goddamn kids out, pushing them away. They can't ask you nothing. Phone always in the hand. Mama, you cooking? No, go get some fucking noodles. Noodles. Some of our kids are growing up like this. And then they come out into society, have to hang with our children. Like, you got to prepare them for it. You need to be prepared. Because when you see it, it's a little shocking. It's like, was that kid just being that disrespectful? This is what happened? But they mimicking you. Literally.
To be me.
Your money laying on that game, and my kitchen look like this. Marcus! Go eat them leftovers and give me a Coca-Cola. Better not be around the corner with the fast behind girls. Your ass gonna eat wherever get cooked, sir. Marcus, hand me that remote controller right there. Call that Nana and see what she doing this weekend.
That's a challenge. And they think it's funny. It's really dismissive. Like, are you there? What are you doing? Just paying the bills? I think some women really believe it's just enough because they work hard to pay the bills, you know, provide electricity and the food. And, you know, they get a phone, electronics and video games and a nice house and, you know, fluffy carpet and stuff. So, you know, what? Because mommy always got a bonnet on. Obviously, he's mimicking her. She always got a bonnet on and a robe. So, you know, when is she working? If she's working. But, you know, this is the trend now. You know, check it out because there's a lot of them. And it's not just black kids and little white kids, too. I'll never sit here and be like, that. Nope. Women. Calling all you motherfuckers. I lived in the community of white women. 97% of bitches was crazy. Shout out to Sarah. Sarah's in the building. I appreciate you. Appreciate your support all year. Thank you. Oh, they watching. I've been saying that to you. I say it to all them kids is watching. They watching. This how you act, mama.
Leftovers and give me a Coca-Cola.
Need to put that goddamn Coca-Cola down. Okay, next trend, next challenge. No soda challenge. Shit is killing us. When I am shopping and I see them goddamn slew of sodas packed over, hanging over the shopping cart, y'all. Love yourself. Love yourself. They're putting poison in the shit. It's a lot of food that has poison, and soda is just so toxic for your body. It's very toxic for your body. Everything in moderation. Can't say just quit it altogether, but god damn it. Have a Coke and a smile once a week. Try it. Coke, Sprite, any of those. And the kids, they shouldn't have none of that shit. Water. What you want to drink? Water. Get some water. It's amazing how we coddle these children. All of those fruit drinks, all the red dyes, the kids, yeah, it affects them. This is the only country where we're allowed to have these things in our food. I absolutely screamed shame on the FDA. As long as they put that it can kill you, they'll put it on the market.
Shameful shit.
They don't care about our kids. They don't care what's in them hot dogs. Show your kids how them hot dogs is made and see if they want to eat them. Look at it. It's all kind of videos on YouTube on how these things are made and chicken nuggets and all that shit. Watch it with them. See if it turns their stomach. See if it might change their mind. Maybe yours. Absolutely shame the FDA.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
They don't want to hear from little people like me. Do y'all see the change in the commercials? Do y'all even watch regular, like, public television? Because, you know, a lot of inner city people don't have cable and stuff, so they have access to this type of TV. And it's amazing. It's nothing but drugs. They are drug dealers. Are absolutely drug dealers. I said it. They are. That's all they pushing on there. And they put this whole happy story. My child come to me about the one that everybody's taking to lose the weight, but it's for diabetes or something. Ozempic. They look so happy, and you know, just like, look at this. But I'm like, man, they selling a drug. Like, huh? Like, kids don't know. Oprah done took it. Look how much weight she's lost. Be careful. Be careful. Okay? Because you might be that 1% that die from that shit. Okay, do the work. It feels so good to do it. And it's done. But it's a whole change of life thing. Okay, it's not just a fix it quick diet. It's changing your life. And it starts slowly. For my big people, it starts slowly, yo. Get up and walk around. Smaller plates. Water, water, water. This more mimic me?
I can't believe they messed up my order at Chick-fil-A. Macari!
Head.
I can't believe Durham died. Macari, be quiet. I'm trying to make a Snapchat video. Macari, come pass me the remote. And where's the other remote for the soundbar?
Right there. Okay.
Can't do these dishes. Macari, get off the game. Come do these dishes. Unload the dishwasher. Load the dishwasher. Sweep the counter. Take out the trash.
Sweep the counter.
And just clean this house. Macari, did you do your homework? Did you check your missing assignments? What you doing? What you doing? Seven. Let's go! Literally the best.
He nailed it.
Get off that game. Clean this room. Macari, you only got 10 more minutes on that game.
Always in the bed. Why are they always in the bed? Are they always in the bed? I mean, you parented from the couch. Now it's in the bed on the phone. Parenting from the phone in the bed with the bonnet and the robe. But these are your children mimicking you. It's the new trend, man. You gotta check it out. You really gotta check it out. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's not showing a good reflection of you as a mother. Always in the bed, robed up, bonnet on, dismissive to the kids, bossing them around like a drill sergeant. So I've learned from my mother to charts are awesome. It's something that they need. They need to see the structure. They need to know what's happening day to day. I need to wash dishes this day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever dishes it is. How often you cook depends. But make charts for them. They're little. These kids are little. And these are boys watching you, woman. Right? So this is what they have to look forward to in a woman. They don't understand the view that you're giving them. Take time, okay? Show them that you care for self by maintaining yourself. I hope they get to see that, because the TV watching with all the crying and the emotional stuff, like that type of shit, nah, they don't need to see that. They see that's weak. To have to watch it and cannot control it. It's too much emotion for these kids to see that it's not even real life, and they're getting to see you get so overwhelmed with emotion from watching something. That's unique. Think about that. This is your son. So when these boys grow up seeing this, because we've been years of watching, daytime soap operas and, this one is dying and, all of the drama that we do like as far as television goes, they watch us watch these things. They may know you better than you think. So when I say they're watching, they're watching. So show a little bit more control when you are entertaining, television and shit. You get too emotionally worked up. They think that this is okay. You got to learn a little bit more control. Bella's in the building. Hey, love. Welcome. Appreciate you pulling up and popping in. Another lioness. Hashtag shame in the chat so Nightbot can drop your link in there so we can all support each other. Sir Hale is in the building. Hey, sir. Hope all is well. Sir Hale, hashtag shame for your new channel. Got to watch you earlier today. It was awesome. I appreciate the blessings and the prayers for the family. Thank you. And I appreciate how you're moving, sir. For real. Let's get this next channel to grow, because you got some words to spit. And we appreciate all that you're doing over there. Some love to your family and all. Lady Hale was here earlier. Yes, the kids see. They see and hear everything. Go get this, go get that. And then tell hubby this house and the kids is too much. Really? They doing all the work? Being bossed around by your ass like that? It's too much. And you're bossing the kids around like that. It's our job to manage our homes. Can't be mad because you are a bad manager. You're not a good supervisor. You may be a good manager at work, but you got to bring that aspect to home, okay? Because the kids need that as well. All that bossing around and scream. I hate to do it. Sometimes it's needed, even in houses that have structure. So giving them a little bit more definitely helps. You don't want this conflict between the kids, them thinking they are slaves and whatnot. But they do need to know that they have to do work here. It's team work. You mess up, you clean up. I clean up behind you, you clean up behind me. That's how we do. Home take care of home. It's ours and we are responsible to take care of it. But all that, mamas, y'all bossy.
Where the other remote for the soundbar?
Okay. Early shit.
Makai, get off the game, come do these dishes, unload the dishwasher, load the dishwasher, sweep the counter, take out the trash, and just clean this house. Makai, did you do your homework? Did you check your missing assignments? What you doing? What you doing? Tackle him. Let's go! Literally the best.
He nailed it.
Get off that game. Clean this room. Makai, you only got 10 more minutes on that game. Before you get off, can you make Madison bottle and run Monsieur bath water, wash them up, and then you get ready for bed?
Making bottles? I missed that one. Wait.
Madison bottle, feed them, wash them up.
No.
Get them ready for bed.
No.
Wash them up, and then you get ready for bed.
Okay.
Hey, before you get off, can you make Madison bottle and run Monsieur bath water, wash them up, and then you get ready for bed? Oh my God. You talking back? Oh, but you talking back?
Ooh. We don't play. Huh? We know some of us moms can be some real drill sergeants. Some of y'all behave this way. So yeah, I've always been an advocate for not having the children raise the children. No, get your ass up, bathe your own goddamn kid, make your own bottle for your baby or pop that titty in there. Become lazy. Don't pawn your children off to your other children. That's been happening for forever. So it's another plausible deniability women have. Just you're not hands-on. You're not hands-on, and when you're called on it, you don't like it. Now you don't want to talk to me because I got to tell you, don't let the big one wash up the little one because they ain't doing it right. At least teach them how to do it right. And when they start touching them inappropriately, then it's a problem. You're doing too much. They're little humans. And if you don't talk to them about inappropriate touching, they won't know. If it feels good, it's going to be a go. Pay attention and be present. And some children get mad because they have to do it all. And then they abusing the goddamn sibling behind your back. Huh? Use your brain. And then the big one get in trouble because the little one crying. Well, what happened? What happened? Some of y'all telling on yourselves. Shout out to the lionesses. Son, husband. And it might even be some men's in these homes. They just not being shown. And that's another downfall. There's men in the homes and they don't speak the fuck up. Tell your woman not to have them kids on the damn social media. Huh? But there's something wrong with them for speaking up. Some men don't like it. But do they have a say in how their child is being reared? No. Women treat these children like possessions, and it's horrible because most men won't like that shit. Their daughter twerking with their mama in the mirror and all that. All of this exposure. I don't know. Gentlemen, let me know. You able to speak up and tell your woman, nah, don't let my daughter do that. Don't put that fucking perm in my daughter hair. Nah, she can't wear that skirt like that. Nope. No makeup at 12. No nails at 10. Are y'all speaking up? Are y'all capable? Y'all got balls? You're the father. Put your fucking foot down when it come to your kids. Put your foot down when it come to your kids. Okay? Because y'all know a little bit more logically how the world works and what they're going to have to go through as they grow up and get older. And prepping and grooming our daughters to be whores is not something I'm for. Not on my fucking watch. Put some fucking clothes on. And that's why they don't come over here and subscribe to Mrs. She Said. Because I'm stern. Always been like this. You know how many people always ask me, y'all in the military? No. I just grew up with a lot of boys. Black Man Unfiltered is in the building. Hey, sir. To my beautiful sister, I'm here to support today. Mr. He Said Yesterday. And this is today. I appreciate you, brother. Damn, son. Son husbands, man. You have to shame that behavior. We have to shame the behavior of just choosing to, keep reproducing these children without having a father around. It's very important. I didn't have one. He was present. He was born. I knew who he was, but he just wasn't around. And it affected me in a negative way. I took all the positives from it, but most people ain't a rose growing through concrete like me. Everybody ain't going to be capable of doing that. The kind of father I had, I should hate men. I should not like them. I should be disrespectful and all of that. But I got to see so much more, and I choose to not move in that. Everybody does not have to pay for his failure. And I learned that very young. I was never going to try to make my husband pay for what he didn't do. But my husband was very conscious of the abandonment issues that I was coming with. Absolutely. But me being conscious of it was even more effective for us to grow together. Arm Eyes checked and said, yes, we must bring shame to the son, husband, and kids raising kids.
Shame.
You know, and the kids raising kids culture, some kids are good. Some kids are good parents. I'm not even gonna lie. I can't even say it's an age thing because I know grown people who waited to their 30s to have children and they're not good parents. They're not as good as they could be, or they thought they were gonna be. So age is just a number, you know, and everybody's gonna grow, you know, and there's no perfect book on how to do it. You know, but being more conscious, you will learn your children. That's one thing we're not doing. We don't know who the fuck these little creatures are. What y'all say, little terrorists? You don't know them. You don't know them little bastards.
Shameful shit.
You're not around enough to know them. They know you better. They know you better than you know them. Men have no backbone today. If they speak up, they get destroyed. Destroyed what? And they end up shooting siblings because the Christmas toy count was not equal in a world where everybody's different. Hashtag shame.
Shameful shit.
Conscious. It was even said when we was growing up, somebody was going to have to wait. And it was always the middle child who was willing to wait. Shout out to my brother. Okay. He was a different type of dude, always humble and willing to wait. If somebody had to wait for school clothes, he would wait. You know why? Because he was slick. He knew everybody was going to come to school with all their school clothes fresh 2 weeks, fresh 3 weeks. And then by the second or third week, he's coming in fresh. Because it's still summertime, right? So, you know, he's definitely meticulous with it. Anya is in the building. Welcome, love. Get on and say, no, they aren't speaking up. They have never seen that because they were raised by these same kind of chicks. No, hubby said that. Do you think they see their behavior when they ask their children to act like them? Like, it doesn't seem like there's any shame in it. Like they doesn't, you know, that's why it is a shameless society, because something should be wrong with that. That's a failure to care for properly. Okay. It's a failure to care for properly.
Really? Damn, if you don't get on somewhere. Mom, I'm hungry. Just go to the refrigerator. Go look. Make some noodles. Hey, Mom. Damn, have kids, they say. Can I take a shit in peace? Mom, you naked. It's my damn house. My crew, let's go. I'm finna sit in the front. I'm sitting in the front. How about both of y'all black asses get in the back? Mom, what to do with these clothes? Sit there and hold them. Mom, can I get some? Damn, I can't shit in peace, huh? Mom, who your favorite? Honestly, I don't like none of y'all.
That our pillow? Wait. Did he go out with a halter, like Brazil thing outside? Oh my goodness. That's a lot of dismissing and just not kind. Doesn't seem nurturing. And this is what they get all the time. Now, you know, we all could get, you know, a little bit with our kids, but all the time. So in distress, like, I don't want to be here. They feel that shit. They feel unloved. Just because they got a roof and things, that shit means nothing. I don't know how you don't see it from the reflection of the entertainers and they're entitled, privileged children. And still as adults, it wasn't enough. From 18 to 28, you didn't get a business of your own? With all of the affluency you have? Fucking failures. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? The entertainers we know, the motherfuckers, they had to work hard. They had to work hard. So to watch their children be as entitled and privileged and disrespectful as they are now in today's society is shameful. Shameful. Mona chimed in. Yes, sternness and logic is like daylight to vampires. Okay.
Child.
The year of accountability. That word was hard. What about the men's? What about the men's? Bitch, look in the mirror. What about you? Worry about you. Worry about you. You wouldn't be so concerned about everybody else. It's amazing. And even in a marriage, what you thinking? What you doing? What you thinking? What you thinking? Oh gosh, is it me? Is it me? Oh my God.
Oh.
Yeah, some of us behave like that. It's not always about you. Women, you have to sit in that shit a little bit. It's not always about you. They are human. Yep, Black Men Unfiltered, do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall to whoredom and the land become full of wickedness. And it's true. Yep, I shedded some, no skew, none of that. Got the babies is singing it. Y'all show no discretion. Okay? You're making them grow up too fucking fast and you're not teaching them any responsibility as an adult. They get all the lavish life and the fun of being an adult, but the responsible part, they're not getting that. Set a schedule. It trains them to have some type of work schedule or business schedule. You have to do this at this time today, tomorrow, whatever the case. Get a goddamn sticker. You ain't got to pay them shit. They get explain to them. They get electricity. They get their rent paid or their mortgage paid. They get rides around like a cab. So all of that is what you get paid. You better be happy with this sticker. So, train them up right, because you're sending them out into the world as foolish ass adults who cannot keep a job. They can't take constructive criticism. They don't know how to cooperate. Y'all are bitter, rude, mean, disrespectful, and it's showing because the kids have no respect for the elders, and somebody gonna get shot. Somebody gonna get shot or punched the fuck out or hit with a brick.
Shots fired at first spot 946.
Y'all think it's real world out here? Okay, stop raising these kids in fucking La-La Land and Fantasy Land. Me and the hyenas battle in and out now in my community tab. Well, I need to join your community tab because you shouldn't be battling by yourself. They don't come for me. Anything I post, I don't be having nothing in my comments. It's just, some little pushback, but never nothing crazy, I'll be doing some reactions to it. But yeah, let me get on that community tab. We breathe. They got something negative to say, like, damn, can y'all take a breath? Or don't judge me. Y'all sound like y'all judging. Or you think you perfect. I ain't never been perfect. That's something I had to tell my kids because my kids think I'm perfect. Oh my goodness. Some of your children really believe you're God. Show them that. Move in that. So they can have a reference of what value is. Goodness, righteousness. And I don't never slap in the face Bible verses. I don't do that over here. Because you know what's good and bad, right and wrong. And if you don't, that's on you to deal with. This message ain't for everybody. Whoever it reaches, it reaches. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Shout out to all my children, the Harris babies. I love y'all. See y'all watching in the future. Good job. Keep up the good work. They grew up in a house where I would tell them it's so hard to be good, y'all. It's going to be so easy to just move bad, to just make bad decisions. But being conscious of what's good is going to be very fucking hard. Never shied away from that with our children, yo. The truth, honesty, the real deal, streetwise, hood-wise, business-wise, all of it. Well-roundedness. Allowed them to be individuals, who they wanted to be, the music they wanted to select. But conscious parenting did not lead them to the cantankerousness because, they bring it up. They were present. So if they show us like, no, that's unacceptable. Now you can't watch that till you get older. No. No love in hip hop. We don't do that. Nope. You can't watch this. You can't watch that. This is what it is. You take control of your fucking house, 2024. Stop letting these kids run shit. You work too hard to let them ruin it. There's no guarantee that they are going to be successful adults. No guarantee that they're going to flourish in the legacy that you leave, the money that you leave. They might sell the goddamn house and swindle all your money. Give it away. So put some effort into what you're showing them. Because these educators are quitting. You're ruining the fucking children because the educators are tired. They stressed out. A lot of schools are going to be going to 4 days a week. They're exhausted. And those are your children. Those are your children's friends. You influence them as well. Be a better mentor. But I see where they're getting it from because y'all be out here acting a fool. Word up. And we all can do it. That's the thing. We all know how to do it and do it very well. Choosing to not is the power. Just like friends, I ain't got to come to your fucking side of town. I don't have to. I'm not looking for your approval at all. Mine's is right upstairs. Got 3 of them. And hubby right in behind me on the 1s and 2s. I appreciate it. Word. Shout out to my lionesses. Not on my watch, sisters. You know, we out here. And the people who sit on these boxes and they say, ain't no women out here doing it. These names need to be ran. You need to see some of them. They run here every week. Hubby shouts them out all the time. And it's not because he wants to get in their pants either. So New Year's is going to be New Year. And I hope y'all got better plans on how y'all going to move in this land. And I always suggest, man, take a look in that mirror. Ask yourself some questions. See how you feel with that reflection looking back at you. Answer honestly. It's no joke. So shout out to the Y'all see that? That's another reason why they don't come. Because this is a place where you're going to hear a lot of admiration, a lot of adoration, a lot of confessing my love for my husband, how much I adore him and respect him and honor him. And it humbles me. And I'm so grateful. Like, that is important for our children to know, for just me to know, like more so the kids. So when I say to wives, you know, speak positivity into your children about your husband. You know, they need to know how much he does, because some of them don't see it. They don't see the hard work outside. They don't see how the bills is getting paid. They don't see the hustle that he's doing. You have to make them aware of that. And this is the failure that I say to the wives before us. You know, our children, a lot of women grew up watching the mothers do a lot with a little, you know, and stayed with the husbands, but to them it seemed like misery. So mothers wasn't sharing what they were getting. The protection, the provision, the intimacy that you don't see, because, you know, we didn't grow up in that type of society, right? Where it was public displays of affection, you know, extreme. But now it's a lot of sex and stuff going on right in front of the kid's face. So it was important for me to share how much I care about their daddy, you know, and for them to be grown now and, you know, really see it and appreciate it and really understand it now in adult eyes, you know. So I'm proud of that. And I'm going to always promote it and encourage it. You know, don't be ashamed to share your love, you know, and tell your person how much you care about them, you know. So good things. Information man is in the building. How you doing, sir? Appreciate you pulling up, popping in, and all the information you be sharing. Thank you. Yes, community tab is awesome. Hey, J Mag. Topic podcast. Y'all hashtag shame in the chat so Nightbot can drop your links. I really appreciate it. We all need to support each other. 2024. Let's stop with the bullshit and get on the same track of changing the image that is being exhibited of our people. We all don't behave this way. Some of us have some very strong, prosperous families, and we're trying to move upward with our legacy. It has nothing to do with money. It's about honor and value and respect A lot of us don't have those long lineages from slave days and shit. So Harris Trop starts with us. There's a purpose for our platforms, you know? So I appreciate everybody being here. Teachers are done. Many schools among the over 150 districts in this country have closed, and they are going to 4 days a week. Yep. And I did a whole show on how much the increase of homeschooling is happening. You know, you taking control over your children's education. You know, first thing for parents is you have to deprogram that public school mentality, that scheduling, you know, thrusting the information that they tried to thrust down our throat into their throat. You know, of course, there's a certain amount of curriculum that needs to be given statewide, required. Of course, give it. But you add on those extras, that enriching African history, world history, different languages, music. Because here in America, it's straight indoctrination. They teach us all the fucking culture of other people and sugarcoat what's happened in slavery. And it's important for these children to come up and know more about African history and colonialism and the business that it was before they got to Africa and started stealing tribes of people. Okay? Not inhuman. They need to know that. Shout out to Red Lipstick Vibes podcast. Again, you are an amazing content creator, businesswoman, advocate, our friend, educator, and mother. I thank you for all that you do, not just for us, but for a lot of people on these streams, a lot of people off these streams, behind the scenes, phone calls. You appreciate it. And you need to get more shine and more shout outs from the people that you have attempted to help, assist, promote, just love up on, you know, and I appreciate your cancer self, all in your being. Goodness gracious, you cancers. I love y'all. We are always connected. And we're going to get down to those soon. We're going to have to come hang with y'all. Do a little this thing. For anybody on these streams who have ever gotten any love from Red Lipstick Vibes when you are out, shout out. Shout out. Her content is fire. Her thumbnails is fire. She made you change your whole banner up. You know what I mean? For the better, you know? Word. Sis, Red Lipstick Vibes is like a rapper who will make you go home and rewrite your goddamn rap. Okay? She's always willing to assist somebody, you know. She's not saying, pay me $39.99 to get this info, you know. Pay me $39.99. Send her $39.99 for all the info. The Wife School Podcast is another lioness. Yeah, we all need to support each other. Definitely hit me to that community tab. I want to get on there and start some trouble too. I got a lot to say. Send them on over. Yeah, 2024 is going to be my year. Got something to clean up before 11. I'm on it though. Yeah, the house cleaning is definitely in pursuit. So the kids was asking, the 23-year-old and the 18-year-old was asking about all these superstitions. And I'm in the kitchen just looking at them like, y'all been in this house. Do we do any of that? We don't do no goddamn black eyed peas and collard greens and shit. We don't do none of that. First person walk through the door and gotta have money in your pocket. All of that. We just happy to be here with each other. I think we have spent maybe one New Year's not bringing in New Year with the family because grandma was here. One. So 25 years of bringing in the New Year's. Happy anniversary to us. Brandon chimed in. As long as we stay united and support one another, we'll always be moving upward. Can't stop the rain. Absolutely. That's right. We are all, nobody's perfect, and we all need some correction sometime. You know? Water gang gang. I saw that. Water gang gang. Blessings all. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam, brother. Eric is in the building. I appreciate you. You'll be definitely hitting us with those beats. Fire, fire, fire. So y'all get ready for 2024. If you're looking for some beats, music, y'all hit Von Eric up. Okay, got some stuff over there. Saving the children begins at home. Saving the children begins at home. And I'm talking about in the womb. In the womb. Eat the right stuff. Okay? meditate, calm yourself, find some serenity, okay? That baby needs to be nourished in that womb before it hits us, before them toes and them fingers start hitting this earth. Be prepared. Read all the books you can. Learn about parenting because it's never going to stop. Once they come out, it's never going to stop, you know? And I think we need to start doing a different type of baby shower, gender reveals. These types of things are foolishness, you know? Appreciate it all because everybody needs gifts and things like that, but the knowledge is what needs to be given of what they have to look forward to. The pros, the cons, the what ifs, the hypotheticals. And I say this to women more so because whether you're married or not, you are the ultimate person that's going to be taking care of that child. So you have to be conscious of what's going to be needed, and your presence is the most important. Failure to prevent abuse. If the caretaker has reason to believe the child is being abused, failure or refusal to provide food, clothing, shelter, and education for the child. This is all failures. These are all neglectful behaviors, but women still get to keep their children, even with these things. It's a lot of different neglects going on, and it has to be a lot of proof. 4 types of neglect include physical, medical, educational, and emotional. While considered different classifications, neglect also, like physical abuse, cause bodily harm. It's a lot of parents who are present but very uninvolved. Can care less what the kids eat, if they bathed or not, homework is done. We got to care more. So when the men are speaking of our disdain, our rudeness, the I don't care attitude, it's real. Your children are saying this is how you're behaving. And I am too guilty at times. But again, the consciousness wakes me up and I check it. And I tell them all the time, y'all lucky y'all got y'all daddy. Because it brings me back to reality. Sometimes I be wanting to set it off. You know what I mean? But I have to think logically. And I have to move in that, and I have to show them that I can redirect myself, you know, and how I want to respond versus how I'm going to respond. And that's hard because we're all human. We're not robots. And that's important to know too. But it was a year of hopefully promoting a lot of consciousness when it comes to parenting. And gentlemen, you are needed and necessary. You are needed and necessary. Your 2 cents should be welcomed. So ladies, get out of your selfishness. 50% of that child belongs to him and he has a fucking say. And the children should know that. They shouldn't believe that you are God and God only. Father as well. And they have to respect that as well. So I'll give y'all a little quick, I've been putting in a little work. So, you know, give y'all a little view. What y'all think?
No modern day mothers.
This is not okay. You're not supposed to do that. That's not okay. And tell them why. It's inappropriate. It's not the kind of adults we got. We got these kind. That's why y'all want to have babies, to do that? You want to do that with your daughters? Or you want to be compared to being just as sexy as your young daughter? Fucking idiots. That right there is shameful. If you have that mentality.
Shameful shit.
I mean, every word I said too. Because that's too much of a trend. Sit your old ass down. It's too much. I heard my song in the beginning. And you heard him. It's not a good look. Do something about that, because everybody is not taking care of their stuff. So if it does not apply to you, let it fly. But a lot of you chicks out here. Doing a little work. Stay in your lane. Grow old. Be graceful. Be a fucking lady. Gonna teach them something. Teach them everything. But y'all neglecting to teach them to be graceful and have some fucking temperance. They think it's all about them. They're the prize. They're the most intelligent. They don't need to grow or learn anything. Wow, you're setting them up for failure. To be alone. To mishandle their reproductive system. And think they can just magically manifest a man and a fucking baby and then don't want to take care of it. Shit is amazing to me. Mm-hmm. Okay. All of the information coming out now about Disney and the whole Disney cult. They've been fucking programming us for long time. And when we fall into this illusion and make it even grander and turn into delusion, it's amazing where we are. And the plausible deniability is fucking shameful. You do that shit. Most of the stuff they point out, you do that shit. Own it. Do better. The best apology is changed behavior. Don't let people just, I'm sorry with your sorry ass. No, fuck your sorry. I need change behavior. And if I don't get that, I'm gone. We don't play games like that over here. Family, friend, brother, uncle, cousin, I don't care who you is. That's how we do. Some people you have to walk away from. Word up, your life is not mine. I don't want that reality. And especially if it's things that I know that are toxic, that I've seen in my past, in family, friends. Yeah, nah, we're not repeating that. I'm not even pushing that. So I hope y'all got a little bit of what I was trying to deliver this year. And I had 2 surgeries this year. Shout out to hubby. Held it all down. And it was a layup of 8 weeks both times. You know? So I'm very conscious of promoting for females to be even more conscious of their reproductive system. Because I had endometriosis. I had no idea. You know, you have little pains, you know, women were kind of taught to be tough and, you know, take this and take that. So, you know, menstrual cramps from the time you're 13, you know, you don't think nothing's wrong, right? So you just keep going to your OB and have your yearly, you know, vaginal exam. Don't ask no questions. You say, I'm good, boop, boop, and get up and go. This is a normal for most women. To meet women older than me and they have no clue of certain things to even ask your OB is amazing. Especially the hormonal panels. Every time you go to your OB, it's something. Can you order a hormonal panel of blood work for me? Don't do that at your primary care physician because all they're doing is a basic metabolic panel. Has nothing to do with your hormone fluctuation. So these things are important for us to advocate, especially to our young girls. You know, that their hormones start to fluctuate, guys, at 8. At 8. If you ever listen to your children, we have 3 girls. So, you know, all of them around 8, 9, and 10, it was usually a common thing to say, I got some aches over here. Right in there where in those corners. You know, everything is growing. It's matriculating and all of that. You know, it's a miracle in there. All of those eggs, the cervix, the uterus, them ovaries and fallopian tubes, all of it. I did an amazing show. And when I presented it as a part of our homeschool curriculum for Madison 3rd grade, she's in 4th grade now, 3rd grade, it made her cry. It made her cry to understand how miraculous the bodies are, how reproductive system works, right? So I always wanted to not talk about no birds and bees because birds and bees don't have sex. So I never even understood why that was a thing. Did you talk to the kids about birds and bees? What is that? What is that? Right? So, check my feed. I also did a show about making it even more comfortable for you as the adult to start having these conversations. And the earlier you have them, the more comfortable these children will be. Alexander's in the building. Welcome, sir. Appreciate you pulling up and popping in. Happy New Year. But I was just trying to give my hubby some love because he absolutely took care of me. I mean, I do a load of work, I do a lot of duty around here. So when I'm down and out, for him to have to pick up that slack was a lot. And he did it with a smile on his face. So, and that's something we have to consider. The hard work that I put in, made him want to excel in providing care for me and taking over the duties. I'm talking laundry, had to go grocery shopping on top of working a full-time job, holding down Maddie. Like, it was a lot. And I really do appreciate him. And it's a blessing to have that kind of love, and I don't take it for granted. And this is where we are when you choose to marry somebody. Never take your spouse for granted. Never. Humble yourself to the kindness and show them the love. And you have to know what they need. Okay? It's not all about you. So I absolutely appreciate you, Mr. He said, Mr. Harris, for holding me down as usual. Tomorrow, it'll be our anniversary, guys. 26 years. I met him in the nightclub in a small city in Brooklyn. Yeah, the best decision I ever made because I wasn't really a party person and not celebrating New Year's wasn't a thing, going to watch the ball drop, none of that. But, I had my crew, my peoples, my sister-in-laws, and everybody wanted to go out, and we decided to go, and I'm glad I did because I met the love of my life. And we've had children, and I'm grateful for all of that. So, sir, salute to you for all of your hard work. You are appreciated. And, 2024, we're going to give y'all a little light. Our big ones might be wanting to come on and shed some light to y'all. So, comments and questions will be welcomed to ask these young folk because they're pretty transparent, quite funny. So we'll see how that goes. So look forward to some new content, and I appreciate everybody. Sir Hale, appreciate you, sir. Yes, congratulations to us. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate that. Yeah, 26 years, 19 years married in April and 26 years together. The 8-year spread was just wanted to, we be here. It wasn't a rush. We was living he had the cow at home. He didn't have to pay for the milk. So you guys, what plans y'all got for New Year's? What's happening? Anybody going out? Not over here. We're going to sit this one out, hang out with the family, bring in the new year with the kids. Everybody's off tomorrow, so we're looking forward to doing a vision board as a family. We're going to plan out some other things as a family and get more on track because now the 18-year-old is working full-time, 23-year-old is working full-time, so everybody making a schedule so we know when we're all available so we can get that time in because it's very important, even as they get older. I wouldn't want them to be anywhere else but with us because it's a struggle out there. And they'll be able to be more prosperous by being here with us and always having that mentorship, because they are young adults and, they don't need to be treated like children. And that's something, when you have young adults be like, can I do something? And it's very respectful. It's like, you're an adult. You pretty much just got to tell us, I'm going here doing that, because I know you're going to make the right decision. So we absolutely appreciate, the present time with how the children have been turning out. So, we have some great tips and strategies for others because raising kids and raising a family is not easy. It's not easy, guys, but you have to know what it consists of, the hard work, the selflessness in it all, the consideration, and a constant being a cheerleader. Most of y'all don't have that. Be that cheerleader for your family, especially your family. Those kids need to hear a lot of praise on top of the critiques, just like your loved one. You love up on them. When it's time to get a critique, it'll be a little bit, less stingy. But if that's all they get is bitterness and critique, yeah, we're unhealthy, y'all. We're unhealthy. Shout out to What We Know podcast. How you doing? I appreciate you pulling up and popping in. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, 26 years. 26 years. Been blessed. So look forward to 2024. Yeah. Y'all know how we do. Tuesday is the new day. He said, she said, Love and Abundance will be here with some content. I don't know. We might take a break. We might not. I'm telling y'all nothing. Just pull up and pop in. Put that notification bell on. Mr. He Said is usually here Saturday, Cerebral Saturday. So y'all check out Mr. He Said. Somebody drop his link in the chat. Y'all go over and subscribe. Get them numbers up. Mr. Scotland is in the building. How you doing? I hope all is well. Welcome, welcome. I'm finishing up now. We just did a recap on Shame Sunday and how it flowed throughout the year. Things we discussed. The education system, parenting, grooming, homeschool. The educators are exhausted. Shameful behaviors of women. Calling it out. And a lot of information. I showed y'all quite some great mentors and people who are advocating and doing a lot of the work with your children because it's needed and necessary. So go over and check out the Prison Doctor. He has blown up since I first was shouting him out maybe 2 years ago. So his subscribers and followers has grown. He is going around the country and assisting families with their unruly children. Yeah, it's becoming an epidemic. We also have Brianna Henderson, the educator advocate. She's an author and a coach and a mentor for districts of schools to assist with tips and strategies to help them prepare these children better. And parents. Parents need to be more present, step up in the school. Public schools are shit. You know this. You have the time, be there, assist. Your presence is needed and necessary. And your children. You know, less bullying when people know that you're a present parent, when other children know that you're a present parent. You know, no nonsense. You in the hallways. What you doing over there? And they need that. They need more of us like that. Yeah. Because sometimes it might take somebody else's nurturing and kindness to have your children reflect on their behavior and change. But you have to assist with that change, that growth and development. So I look forward to y'all in 2024 advocating for growth and development of not just the children, yourselves. Read more, okay? Find some more peace outside of this so we can come to these streams and discuss rationally and effectively, you know, and push what needs to be pushed for the better of us as a whole. Because it seems like there's a lot more attention and satisfaction for debauchery, bullshit, foolery. And it is exciting at times, right? But also support the uplifting of us, the people who are giving information, tips, and strategies for a better society, a better image of Black people and Black love. Because we exist, and it's real. So I wish y'all all the best in 2024. About to get up out of here so we can do this New Year thing, make some dinner and enjoy each other, play some games. I want to play some Scrabble, so set up that board, Maddie. See if we can get a game going. You know, always trying to read something, do something. Look, Pumpy know it's about to be over. So y'all be safe out in the new year. You know, if you're going out, watch your drinks. Don't leave it with anyone. Something my mama told me when I was probably like 12 years old. There was a lot of little house parties always. Don't leave your drinks around. If you leave it, don't come back to it. So that's some good advice. They had that Spanish fly and all that stuff back then. Be conscious of where you at in your surroundings, okay? Y'all be safe. Love up on your family. Be kind to someone besides yourself. 2024. Here we come. Happy New Year, y'all. Y'all have a good day and take care of one another. Let me find my outward video. Hubby left me alone, so I got to press buttons back here. Look. You see? I need him. I don't know about y'all. I need mine. I'm looking for it. Y'all ready? Peace, y'all. See y'all Tuesday.
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
Hey, it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
I'm Paul Stanley of KISS. It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
BOS on the track.
Boys don't eat that.
Why?
Boys don't eat. I don't eat noodles. I'm a grown man.
Peace.